Welcome to Marketing Tips Tuesday from Practicefuel, the 9-step system that will show you everything you need to know to use the internet to grow your practice. My name is Brian Devine, and today we are talking about following up with your Invisalign leads or any internet-based leads at all. And I've been doing some research lately, calling old clients, current clients, and really trying to get a feel for some of this language. And I realized that we talk about leads, we talk about lead generation, lead gen, and not everybody knows what we're talking about. So let me make sure that if I say an Invisalign lead, what I'm talking about is someone that came through an ad that you might have run on Facebook, on YouTube, on Google, wherever it might have been, but they filled out a form and raised their hand and said, yeah, I'm interested. And that is what we would consider a lead. Okay, so that is a very different person than someone who was given a referral to you and they called your office and said, hey, I'd like to schedule a time to come in. So following up with a lead with an internet person who has raised their hand to show interest is a whole lot different than following up with someone who was a referral. So I really want to make sure that I get that across. Now we have a tool. Let me put this up here for you. You can grab this, absolutely no charge. This is free. I will find it. Here we go. Practicefuel. There we go. So it is called the follow-up formula. We have been spending the last year, almost year and a half now, figuring out ways so that you don't have to do any follow-up, because that has been the biggest issue that we run into. We run ads for all different types of offices and all different offers, and some work better than others. But as long as our offices are happy with the offer that's being placed, the type of patient that is coming to them, then we're happy, right? However, what we were finding is that if we were sending anywhere between 25, 30, sometimes even 40 leads, which is people on the internet that are like, hey, I'm interested, that if we were sending that many in a month, that the follow-up was falling off, meaning the person whose job it was at the practice to actually pick up the phone and call them and schedule them and book them for an appointment, they were getting so overwhelmed that they just weren't doing it, or they would just do it once, right? So they would say, well, I'll just do that at 9 o'clock in the morning and that'll be it. And so they would just go through the list of people that we were sending every day, and they would make a phone call and then mark it as no answer or left message, and then that would be the end of it. Well, that is an absolute recipe for failure. So rather than take a look at how do we train the staff, how do we train the team so that they are better at making these calls, we realized, the better answer is to just do it for you. So what we've done is two things. Number one is that we're giving you our system. So this is generally something that we just send to our clients. And this is part of our training process of how do you go through the follow-up. What happens when you get a text message that says, hey, Brian is interested in coming in. What do you do? How soon do you do it? What's the conversation that you need to have? I'm giving it to you because if you will use it, I promise you, you will have better results for all of your internet-based marketing. These people will forget that they ever clicked on an ad within about 10 or 15 minutes. So if you don't reach out to them for 3 days, chances are they're not even going to remember who you are or what ad they clicked on, because these are generally people that click on ads, okay? So they're going to forget that they even clicked on your ad. So what we have done is we have taken the follow-up out of your hands by putting it through a system where we just do the follow-up for you. So grab this, go to, excuse me, go to that website, practicefuel.rocks, and it'll come up here in a second, /follow-up-formula. Go there, download the process. This will work. If you will follow it, it does work. It will increase the number of new patients that you get from the internet because you're following up properly. It will increase it dramatically. Usually we'll get to that 35, 40% range, and it is absolutely worth doing. And if you are that person who is saying, we are never going to do this, so download it, take a look at it, and if you're thinking, we're not going to be able to do this, get in touch with us. We have some really great ways that we can do the follow-up for you, and be happy to talk to you about that. And if you've got a great firm that is bringing in lots and lots of leads, we can actually it doesn't work every time, but a lot of times we can just tack this little thing on so that when a lead comes in, it goes through our system and we do all the follow-up for you. And then we say, hey, we've got someone who's ready to schedule right now. And we pass that on to you so that you don't have to do the follow-up. Okay. So that's what I want to cover today. Follow-up is key to all internet-based marketing. If you don't do the follow-up, you are not going to get nearly enough return on investment for the ad dollars that you're spending. Or at the very least, why not increase it 10 or 15%? Sometimes we even get double. So if you're already at 15 or 20, let's get you to 35 or 40, okay? So that's what I want to cover today. I hope you found some value. And go ahead and grab that link right there. Let me turn that off, close this down. And just to give you some context, let's take a look at where we are here in the system. The 9 steps, follow-up formula, that's where we start opening the floodgates. So if you already have everything else in place and you're getting new patients through the internet, adding the follow-up formula will absolutely turn up the process. It will be great for you. You'll be thrilled that you've done it, and I hope that you take the time to do it. So download it, grab it, use it, and we look forward to seeing you next time on Marketing Tips Tuesday from Practicefuel. That's it for me. Bye for now.